Hi, so I'm working on the blocks and there's a problem there I'll find out if I show you. So this I'm using this iframe, okay, and if I just try to add a class name full and age screen, then it will look like this. I have to reload. Cool. There's no scroll bar. But what if the blocks I'm using more than 100 ph? Then there will be a scroll bar and I have to scroll down, or user have to scroll down to see the other content. After 3 hours of debugging, I resolved the issue, and let me show you how I resolve it. As you can see now, we don't have any scroll bar and we don't have any fixed width in the iframe. We are using iframe over here. So this component had nearly 700 pixel, but this one is more than that, right? So that's mean we are not using a fixed height. And how we are doing that using iframe, because iframe cannot do that. If I click on expand, you can see we have the scroll bar, right? But we don't have any scroll bar over here, and we are using something called post message. We all know iframe cannot take the height, but what we can do, if we can pass the height, I mean calculate the height and pass it to the parent, then we can take the height and set the height in the iframe. That's where post message comes. Okay, so we have the type, and what it does, we have the unique path name, because every single blocks I have has a unique ID, right? And we are using that ID and we are passing the height as well. And after that, we are getting the height using this method. Okay, and if there's no height, then what we will do, we will set the fallback height to the set heights, and then we are adding that height in the container, and that's how we don't have any scroll bar. And I think this is a unique way to resolve that scroll bar issue in iframe. Scroll bar is not a big issue, right? So there's lots of things we can fix while using iframe. So when you are using iframe, let's say you will use more than 20 iframe and you cannot render all this iframe at once. So what you have to do, you have to add a lazy load or something, which I did, which is called like iframe optimization. You'll see, so this is the first component on blocks, and I update the blocks, and if I scroll down more, then you'll see now it's loading. And if I scroll down more, when I reach that specific component, then I see the blocks. Until then it's not loaded. And I believe when you have this type of iframe optimization, since you will be using tons of iframe in a single page, then it will increase the user experience. So you can explore the UI layouts. I'm shipping all these blocks in a couple of days, so stay tuned and explore the GitHub repo so that you can get the code where I use it. Let me show you the repo. So this is the repo, and you have to go to the UI layouts and go to the components and go to the website. Then you'll see something called, I haven't pushed it yet, it will be blocks component. And in the block components we have this dynamic preview iframe, and if you click on this use optimize iframe, so I'm using these to optimize my iframe. Okay, so if I just click on this hook, and then you'll see all these things. So we have if I just minimize it or delete it, so what we are doing, we are adding load whenever that we go to that specific area, then it will load. Until it will not load, and the website will be what it called lighter. And we are also adding a loader, which is this one. Okay, these two. And we are not adding text like loading ... We are basically adding just a background and then animate pulse. So when I launch it, maybe in a couple of days I will launch it, and then you guys can explore the repo and then also explore all the blocks I have. So let me know what you think about it, and don't forget to subscribe the channel, explore your layouts, and then see you in the next video. Bye bye.